finger at you.
He's pointing the finger.
He's pointing the finger.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas Sorsa with Zach Enders, general manager here at Highland Park Lanes. With Jeremy Hansen on the controls. He still doesn't know what he's doing, but that's okay. Not a problem. Great turnout, Zach, once again.
It was a good weekend.
Thank your staff for us. We had 109 entries and probably another 15 or 20 new members, which is just fantastic. We're down to our top 8 eliminator. You haven't seen this format yet.
Well, from you, I haven't seen this. I know what's going on, but yes.
Well, yeah, because you've been here since you were crawling, so you know it's.
Let's see. The building opened in 93, and I started working in 96, 97. So quick math tells me that's 26 to 27 years. Look at Cody Vaughn. So Nick didn't tell you, this was my first singles tournament. I actually bowled today. First one in 2.5 years that I actually got to bowl. And in typical fashion, after game one, what happens, Nick? I stepped in water.
Stepped in water and then stepped on other body parts.
Yeah. Foul, gutter balls. It was awesome. Anyway, but I regress from the story there. I got to qualify with Cody early, and I also got to qualify with Ponce de Leon, which is over here on your right. Cody was throwing some urethane all day, had a really good look, threw some purple urethane, went to a blue tank. Ponce de Leon was throwing his snap lock. All three of us really loved the edge. 37 feet here. That means you definitely don't want to be playing 15. Let's get it when you have 23 feet of free hook, that means we want to be as far away from the pocket as we can possibly be. Why? Because you have 23 feet of free hook. So that means the ball is going to travel a lot to the left, right? And vice versa. If it was 52 feet, that's why we'd be playing really close to the pocket. You only have 8 feet of reaction, so it's a lot. You're talking about a third or even cut down 2/3 of actual travel time to get the ball to turn over. So John Freeman in the building. Good bowling today, bud. Good bowling. But anyway, yeah, Cody had a great look today. He was throwing some urethane. All of us were piping 5, 6, 7, 8. Cody got into about 9, 10 the last game. He crossed about 8 right there with that blue carbide. He's going to leave it 2, 4, 10, knock out the 10 late.
Very lucky.
Very lucky. Quick recap. Let's see here. I got Jackie over here crossing with Mr. Glenn. Glenn was in my squad this morning.
Right.
You've got Andrew Stout. He's an HPL kid. Cody Vaughn. Sean Diggs. Ponce de Leon. The snowplow. Oh, God, the snowplow. And then Robert Eckhoff. Eckhoff made a couple. He was in the show last week, yeah? Eckhoff? No, Robert Wood was. Yes. Rob Wood, his best friend. So, some Loveland in here, some Greely in here, some Denver in here. I'm not sure where Miss Jackie is from. I've never actually seen Miss Jackie before.
I think she's from Greely.
No.
No?
No, sir. So? No, I know so.
Okay. You know every woman in Greely?
Well, there's a high probability that I drilled every freaking bowling ball.
Oh, bowling ball.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Remember, we don't need the FCC won't regulate me. We don't need them knocking at the door today. But yes, I don't know Miss Jackie at all.
I'll have to find out. It's only second or third tournament she's ever bowled in. And in typical fashion, she's decent spare shooter.
She's made the cut. That's why Nick likes to enter him in, right? Uh-oh, Cody Vaughn, 5-pin. It's
that's better than 50-50.
Yeah, today, oh my Lord. There was a lot of drive-by flybys, not a lot of high-quality spare shooting.
No.
Look at Ponce de Leon over on lane 8. Of course, that's his made-up name. I know that these guys are all nicknames to me. That crosses over. That's 6'10". We got a Shane 5-pin. Yep, Shane Ponce.
And, nobody up here knows Ralph Pruitt except for the snowplow.
The snowplow, yeah. It's like, oh, God, here comes the snowplow.
Here comes the snowplow, man.
There's a guaranteed spot right there. That's one less for the rest of us. No, I know Ponce really, really well. He actually won an ABT here. I think Shane won his here.
It's possible.
I think he did. My memory, as good as it is. Yeah. Andrew Stout, good look. Shot.
And, we were, Ricky Jimenez and I were talking about Andrew. And, he says he's thinking too much. He's going crazy. So he's got to learn to relax. I go, Ricky, he hasn't been bowling that long, dude.
No, maybe 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, he is really just learning the game right now.
Right.
The stuff that you and I and Ricky will take for granted, like he says, make a spare hand position, blah, blah, blah. And he's going on and on. I go, then tell him Get down there on the lanes and say, now throw it this way. What did the ball do? And show him so that he understands and the light bulb goes on, and then you move to the next thing. I said, he's surviving on talent alone right now.
Yep.
He'll make mistakes on lane moves. He'll make mistakes on projections. But you know what? For a guy who really hasn't been bowling that long, he's a pretty good player.
Snowplow, spare 3 in a row.
Why is that not a surprise?
It doesn't surprise me. Eckhoff, at the same time, he's throwing a 3-bagger. I think Eckhoff's got maybe a little pearl. Jeremy, of course, isn't on the mic, but he asked me an interesting question prior to us doing this, because we watched Andrew prior to this round, 500 grit his bowling ball. And these guys asked me, why in God's green earth are you going to 500 grit a ball at 37 feet of oil? And I can tell you why. It's because in today's world, surface dictates 70% of what we see. That's a good roll. 70% of what we see going down the lane is surface, right? Now, as a ball driller, I can drill that ball, and I can put the timing in that timing belt real well so that it's just pure as pure can be. Is a car going to run if the timing belt is still not centered right? Yeah, it's still going to run, but it's not going to run as good, right? So that timing belt is very small. That's a 10% deal, but surface is the overpowering thing. But when you 500 grit a ball like that, you're putting such big trenches. You all right, buddy?
Yeah.
You need my water? I'll go get you one.
No, I got
Okay.
Jack Daniels behind me. I'm good.
I drink it alone. Anyway, so when you put that 500 grit on the ball, you're putting the teeth in, so you're creating really high peaks and really deep valleys for the oil to absorb into. And it's much like a snow tire, right? You're just, that ball is just trenching in the oil. And it's trenching so hard that it's actually slowing itself down faster than if you were to have a ball with like a 4,000 grit and polish, right? Because that ball is more prone to hydroplane because it doesn't have the surface. So it's going to maintain its speed longer. Well, on a short pattern like this, we want to really slow the ball down really fast, because with 23 feet of hook, the ball wants to hook by itself no matter what. Right. I don't need to try to, like, oh, I need this ball to get 40 feet down lane and really, no. I want this ball to bleed itself off so that when it gets to the end of the oil pattern, it's out of energy completely. I'm not trying to store energy. I need the ball to roll through the pin deck. I don't need a bunch of 2-4-10s and a bunch of Greek churches, right? Just roll through the pin deck right. Like what we just watched over there.
Yeah.
To connect that 2, he might take it up to 10.
Yep.
But that's the same theory, right? I'm trying to slow the ball down and just let it roll. I'll let the lane hook the ball. I don't need to do that. So the surface on lane 4, he got a little left, got the ball right. Unfortunately, I think he might be in the wrong part of the lane. He may have got lucky to front 3, but that's a completely different story, right? Talk to me. But, okay, there it is. There it is. I've got one snowplow vote. He's over here, 4-bagger after the spare.
Oh, jeez.
Shocks no one. All right, Stout picks up his spare.
So you better just hope to God that this bowling center never goes public, as far as stocks and dividends and stuff.
Why is that?
Because Snowplow, he'll be buying that stuff up like there's no tomorrow. This is his place, man.
Well, it is his place for your events. Let's get this real square, because nothing against the snowplow. He throws it really snowplowish. But if he was to come in here on, I don't know, the Wednesday night scratch league, you know,
No.
I think that the quality of McCracken and Martinez and the Maxis of the world would have their way with the old plow.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not saying Plow wouldn't give him a run every once in a while. We have 2 different scratch leagues here at Highland. We have a 204 and above and a 204 and below. And Plow would be on that 204 and below, and he'd probably be super competitive.
Absolutely.
That's a 32 teams of 3-man, all scratch. And when I say scratch, I mean like real scratch, not that crap that you see everywhere else. This is you versus me. Let's go. Head-to-head, 3-man, 4 games. We bowl on a challenge pattern, and I'm not here to give any scores away. I don't believe in that bullshit. If you want scores, bowl a mixed league, right?
Well,
Go bowl on Main Street.
Well, you never, but again, that's why your better player likes to bowl here, because it's not easy.
Correct. We're making, and I don't ever say, I'm super quiet about what we do here. You know, I mean, the bowlers in this building, they can speak for themselves, and the talent level speaks for themselves, but I'm not going around honking and tooting, right, because we're making quality bowlers. The state of Colorado is making quality bowlers. We're just here to, maybe sharpen some things up and make them just a little bit better, right? I mean, unfortunately, we live in a big box world. And corporate America is trying to make it ribbons for all. Well, unfortunately, that's, if you want competitive bowling, first is going to get a ribbon. We're all going to get seconds because that's the first place loser. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough in bowling for people to adjust to as well, right? Yeah. Right? They're awarded, if you bowl a house pattern league, you're awarded all that free room of hook. It's very easy to average 210 to 220 with a hand grenade in your hand, just stand to the left and throw it to the right. But then when those same people go to nationals and shoot 170, 180 and go, well, that's okay, I like that, that's about where I should be. Well, horse shit. If you're a 210 or a 220, why do you expect to shoot 170 just because you went to nationals? That's not the way that should be. If you're a 210, 220, I want to be a 210 or 220 on everything.
Yep.
Right? That's a quality.
Absolutely.
If I'm 210, 220 on the house and I go shoot 170, 180, well, something's wrong between your ears. Hurry.
And you got work to do.
Yeah, you do. And most people don't want to put that work in, which sucks.
Right.
But then why would you have to work if you're going to get awarded a 210, 220? It's very eye-opening in the scratch league right now, right? Because we're grinding for playoff spots, and everybody's trying to get there. And at the end of the night, you hear a lot of guys going, "Oh man, my only 4-game set. I only shot 820. It's your average 205." Yeah, but your team won 27 of 28 points. Like, I could give two shits what I average. If we win, I will sacrifice myself every day if my team's going to win 3/4 of the points, because 3/4 of the points usually makes a lot of money.
Yes. We talked about that, I'm sure, before, where we were talking about guys practicing for nationals, putting their team together, going out and coming in and practicing as a team. You're going to burn a particular part of the lane out to try to give yourself as much area as you can. But what I tell them, that they have different. You might have 2 lefties, 3 righties, whatever. You'll have guys they're pretty good rev players. You have the guys basically straight up and in, But that pattern will satisfy maybe 3 of the 5 guys or 4 of the 5 guys. What that means is the one bowler that doesn't match up well on that pattern, he basically has to sacrifice himself.
Correct.
And get in where you're playing to make the team better. And the guys that have learned that always come back making money.
Always.
One year it'll be you, 1 year it'll be me, 1 year it'll be Jeremy. Where we go out there, we go, oh my God, that's a difficult pattern for me to execute on a regular basis, but you guys are whacking it, so I got to get in there and I got to help you.
Yep.
I'm not going to score that well, but you know what? It doesn't matter.
No.
That's where you have to think as a team. Everything is me. No, how about us, and make some money?
That's tough.
It is tough.
Because everybody wants to score. Well,
right.
Sometimes you got to be able to give one away. Give me 8 frames of playing up 8 before you decide to jump into 15.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, realistically, that's about what we're looking at. Just give me 8 frames. Woo, that's big right there.
Yeah.
Quick recap. These guys are all about 8th, 9th, getting close to the 10th.
Yeah.
Pruitt, he's 279. Nope, I take that back. 245 pace-ish. Eckhoff, 270 pace-ish.
Really?
Yeah, he goes front 4, spare, back 4. Right next to us, Ponce de Leon, he's got an opener 2 in there. Sean Diggs still clean through 7. Knock on wood with this 4-7. Stout just leaves himself with 310 down lane on lane 4. Good spare there by Sean Diggs. Stout, he's got 2 opens. We'll see if he can cover this one. Otherwise, he's going to be having 3 after 9. Get lucky and touch something.
No.
Okay, so we're at 160 there. 155. Miss Jackie, I just noticed bowls off her wrong foot. That's nice. A couple 180s with handicap on 1 and 2. Looks like a bunch of 180. Is this a 2-game eliminator?
No.
One and done. You better press the old gas pedal then, some of these kids. It's we're getting close now. Some of the it's going to be the same number. I'm going to see a lot of 180s in the ninth, which usually equates to about 2-0.
Yeah. Normally the cut for the first round is a very low minus, or maybe an even. A couple weeks ago, we had one where the cut was ridiculous, like 100 and something, because they just the top 4 guys got lined up and went crazy.
Chop a spare in the 10th. That's 190. It's been fun having you. Yeah, because Cody is on a 3-bagger, so that's really about 230. He's in. Miss Jackie, big strike for her first ball in the 10th. She can get to 210, 220.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on what Glenn can do. He's going to have to punch to get to the same number. Sean Diggs, still clean. He's going to be in unless he has a freaking diarrhea of a meltdown in the last 2 frames. Ponce de Leon. Okay, so we've got 2 of the 8. They're over on 9 and 10. Ralph and Eckhoff, they're in. I'm going to go on a limb and say Cody's in. So we've got about 3 players battling for 1 spot. Ponce de Leon, flat 10. Cody, Brooklyn, what the hell did you just miss it there? That changes things a little bit. That changes things a little.
Wow. 6,
7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 15 pins. So he's going to be about 220. Big open down there. Didn't matter. That's 213. Oh, man. You could have a possible. Is that a tie if they both punch? No. He's going to have 185. Doesn't matter. That's a spare. That's going to be 210, 2-0. Everybody missed at the same time. So the number's not going to change. Well, it is going to change. It's going to go down 10. Uh-oh, snowplow making his way through. Snowplowing. 260. Look at this. Looking. Yeah. He's going to put Cody Vaughn. Snowplow's putting some of that mag chloride down behind him right now, pissing everybody off. Ruining paint jobs one by one. Snowplow, 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 snowplow.
Glenn Reese flags a 2-pin.
Ponce de Leon, big strike right there. He needed that. So he can go 190 scratch. He's got about 15 pins. That's 2-0. Good Lord. Are you doing math? Is someone doing math for you?
Mr.
Yates.
He's in charge of recaps.
Say, you're standing here looking at me, and we're doing this. Like, you're really good at math or something else is going on.
Yes, I am, but that's all right.
No, you're not.
Yes, sir.
No. Let's not fool around here. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, when you grow up in the inner city and you're a bookie at the age of 5, math becomes quite a fact.
The number to beat, 199 for the guys that are still left. Diggs, that's a monster. He's in. He is in because I don't think Shane can catch him. So we're going to have Ralph, Eckhoff, Miss Jackie, and Sean Diggs. Can you dig it? We can dig it. She can dig it. Can you dig it?
Was there a drugstore that opened up in your neighborhood recently where you changed prescriptions?
I don't even live.
You're not even in a neighborhood?
No, I'm a 15 to 20 minute drive away just to get to work. Yeah, they kicked me out of Greely city limits. They said, you're no longer welcome. The undeclared mayor.
You're an unincorporated.
Undeclared mayor of Greely. You got to move out of city limits. Yeah, Diggs is in. So Diggs and Jackie. Where are these kids going here? Are they Are they in front of us? Are they 3, 4, 5, 6? What's the story here?
Probably 3, 4, 7, and 8. And then a championship pair will be 5 and 6.
Nice. Nice. Do you have lackeys that put names in, or do I need to go do that too?
No, Mark is real good at it.
Wow. This is like a real deal professional operation.
So talk to me about what's coming up. I know you're excited.
Yeah, we're in between games here, so we got a little bit of time. So let's just start with the schedule in general, right? Because if I just started spewing information, you'd be losing it. Okay, we are in February. Coming into March, we are hosting the first weekend's open. Second weekend, I believe, is the VFW Travel League. Third weekend is one of our sweepers. Fourth weekend, 25th and 26th, the Megan Schisler Memorial Open, right? It's making its Highland Park Lanes debut. That will be also broadcast on the old Neo Prism. A 9 a.m. squad, a 3 p.m. squad. Megan was one of my dear, dear friends. I could give you a whole dissection there, but I mean, great tournament. Ricky does a wonderful job promoting that. They raise oodles and oodles of money, donate it to a bunch of kids. They got a women's division for the queens. So that's March 25th, 26th. You start getting into April. You guys are coming back in April, right? I think it's the second weekend, maybe?
I believe so, right before state starts.
Yeah. These guys are, ABT will be back in here in April. We're hosting another one of our sweepers in April. I think that one will be one of our final events. And that might be the second weekend in April. You guys are the third weekend in April. Fourth weekend in April is the state tournament. We're actually hosting singles and doubles here. Team will be over in Longmont.
Look at these scores, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ekhoff 271, Pruitt 260.
Jackie 213 and Sean Diggs 224.
224. I think that's it.
That's it. We have that pegged.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad. So April, every weekend we're hosting the state tournament. I'm sorry, last weekend in April. Every weekend in May we're hosting the state tournament. Then we get into June. First weekend in June, we host our full weekend big Swiss tournament on the 3rd and 4th. That's a big ordeal, 32-team, 5-man, big show, big show. The next weekend after that, we are actually hosting the Greely Masters. That'll be June 10th. And then June 14th through the 19th, the PBA 50 U.S. Open will be here. Pete Weber and Walter Ray, Chris Barnes, Parker Bone, Brad Angelo, Michael Haugen, Tom Hess.
Just to name a few.
Just to name a few. They'll all be here. They're going to hang out. They're bowling. It's going to be a wonderful next couple months here at Highland Park Lanes. We're super excited.
I know you're really looking forward to it. And I like the fact that the PBA is very, very happy with how you run your facility.
Yeah.
They wanted to be here so bad, and they finally got the opportunity to get here. And I think once they get their foot in the door and they watch the whole operation, I think you're going to have a hell of a time getting rid of them.
Yeah. So there's a story behind that. Is that John Weber, Pete Weber's brother, of course, he contacted me Thanksgiving-ish. And we were talking scheduling and whatnot, and he had told me prior that they definitely wanted to come back here. To what degree, we did not know at the time. And he called me about Thanksgiving, and he said, what is your interest level in hosting a major at Highland Park Lanes? And I already had known that the Masters was going to be held in Vegas. So it is what it is. And so I said, well, what are you thinking about? And he said, well, how about the U.S. Open? Podunk, Stinktown, Colorado, Greely, U.S. Open for the PBA 50. Last year, it was the first time the PBA 50 came even into the state, and to get a host a major on your second event was it just blew my mind. So, yeah, it's going to be a great time. You guys got a little practice here, or we just get a run and gun?
Go right into it.
Hell yeah, let's
go
run
right
and
into
gun.
it.
Run and gun.
So we got
Snow Plow and Ekhoff.
Right.
And Diggs and Miss Jackie.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. I got Ekhoff in front of me. I got Snow Plow in front of me. Diggs. There's Diggs. And Miss Jackie. I don't know where Miss Jackie's at. So what do you got going on event-wise? Where's your next stop, Uncle Mickey?
We're at Crown Lanes next week, and then in 2 weeks we have our spring regional, which will be at Coal Creek Lanes in Lafayette. $5,000 first place for singles. We got a doubles tournament. We have a survivor event. So we actually have 3 tournaments in one. And if you're lucky enough to win all 3 events, we have a Triple Crown feature, which goes bigger and bigger every time. We almost had a guy win it.
That's
the last time he won 2 out of the 3, which is pretty cool. So we got that going on. Then Memorial Day, I'll have another one. That'll be at Holiday Regional.
Good.
We'll be in Vegas in July at South Point, and we'll be in Vegas again at South Point in October. So we're getting there. We're doing good. Okay, so round 2. Bowler on the left is going to lead. which is Jackie and Rob. Okay. trying to get nice and nice here.
What are you doing over there, snowplow? What the heck? Come on, don't intimidate him. Look at him giggling. So, ABT, you guys have big news, right?
Yes, big news.
Storm is no longer affiliated as of
January 1st.
January 1.
So we are
and
now.
And the Big B is now in the house.
Yep.
Interesting.
I personally love it because I think it gives my membership. It's 8 different
seven different balls.
7 different ball companies. They have, Lord only knows how much stuff they got to look for, but it gives them a whole brand new avenue of stuff. Plus, it gives guys like you to go, look, I know you like Storm, but this is what these type of balls do. Now, what do you need to fit into your arsenal? And that's where all you pro shop operators are going to be coming in and giving them knowledge more than anything else. A lot of these guys have no clue what the other stuff is other than it's not Storm.
Yep, you're right.
You got, with Hammer, Columbia, what do you got, Radical?
Ebonite Track.
The Track, yep.
Radical, Deviate, Brunswick.
Deviate, yep. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
It'll be good.
Their interest in us was they wanted to get a foothold in the western part of the United States, which is basically what we did for Storm like 15, 20 years ago.
Correct.
Because when I got here, this was a track town. Track and hammer. And really there was no Storm to speak of. And I thought that we did a great job promoting the product and getting it out there. And obviously, as they've developed their lines of equipment, their lines have gotten much better. Some of their stuff in the beginning was not good. And everybody has it done. I mean,
you're right. There are door stops from every company.
Absolutely. But I think the fact that it's going to open their eyes a lot because of the different things happening. Now, with Brunswick, they got that. Is that additive they're putting to the
HK22?
HK22. Explain that to these guys.
So one of the big, I want to phrase this properly. When Brunswick took over the Core 4 of Hammer Ebonite Track in Columbia, one of the biggest claims that Storm Utah has is that their bowling balls were maybe a little bit more angular coming out of the pattern down lane. And that one of the big things that Brunswick, when they moved their plant down to Reynoso, is that they really wanted to get a pearl bowling ball to chain up just a little bit quicker in the oil, right? And that's key because most pearl bowling balls want to chain up when they feel friction, right. Okay? So to get a pearl ball to start chaining and/or quote-unquote hooking, it's hard to say that because this happens gradually over like a 3 to a 4 foot area. It doesn't just instantly occur. Right. But to get a pearl ball to cling into the oil like that had always been a super tricky, that ball rolled out, super tricky key to try to maintain for these guys. And with this new HK22 additive that they started putting into the bowling balls right now, especially the pearls, you're starting to see more angularity. Now, as a pro shop guy and a guy that drills more bowling balls than I want to think about, and I stand in front of that window all day and I can just see this, the way the ball finishes through the pin deck after it goes 135, most times, it's going to go 135 and trip the 9. If you're splitting the 8-9, you're really in the pocket. And a lot of these guys with these balls are starting to see it actually drive too far through that and go through the 8 pin, which is exactly what you were trying to obtain, is a pearl ball that could chain up 2 feet sooner in the oil, right? So the new Black Widow 2.0 hybrid has it. The Deviate Brutal Collision, the blue-orange green thing, that has it. Backup ball wrong foot for Miss Jackie. This is just, she's screaming.
That's right.
No,
you'll be working on that with her.
Yeah. If she comes to me, she's going to be loving life. That ball quit. So, it's more or less just bowling ball technology. It's ever evolving because, back in the day, back in the 90s, and this is going to be what let's just call it what it is. This is just the stigma. Storms were a little bit snappy. Brunswick stuff rolled a little bit earlier up front, right? And that was, whether you believed it or not, there may have been a click of truth to that. Nowadays, that stigma is still around, but I don't think there's any truth to that at all. As a matter of fact, I think you, Airmail, I think you could take a bowling ball, a black ball from every company, take the logos off that sun gun. No one will know who made what, right? Because it's going to be, how does this ball match up on said pattern in front of me today? And that's really what this game has become, right? You bring in 9, 12, 15, as many bowling balls as you want. But until you're going to find the right one to match up on the right part of the lane, it's just another bowling ball. And that's become it's a very specialized and a very niche talent to have, right? And that's why a lot of these guys are bringing too many. It's a lot of, ooh, that better get going. It's a lot of frustration, right? I went into my pro shop, I got new ball 4, and I can't use it because it doesn't do meh. So, it's tough. The number one way to explain bowling balls to people, for me, when they walk in anymore, is that we live in Colorado, and every day when I wake up, I can go and look out the window, and it's going to be snowy, it's going to be sunny, it's going to be rainy, whatever it is. And I'm going to be able to go into my garage and say, okay, it's sunny right now, but by the end of the day, it's probably going to be dry. Do I really think I can drive X car on this condition? Am I pulling my vet out today? Hell no, you're not pulling your vet out, right? Why? Well, because it's snowing outside. That'd be stupid. Well, Zach, you drive a Mini Cooper, and you change the tires every season. What do you think about that today? I think that's the greatest idea in the world, because that Mini Cooper I can control in the snow, especially when I change the tires and put some trenchy tires on there. You could put trenchy tires on a Corvette. I still don't want to pull it out of the garage with 8 inches of snow because it's too much power. Yeah. And a lot of these guys don't get it. Well, that ball costs $250. It's got to be the best ball on the wall. Well, no, right. It's not. I can get a $120 ball and make it look just as good as your $250 ball, because sure. Where are you going to play it on the lane? You can only drive a vet so long in the weather before you're going to ruin it. And same thing goes. If you want to try to throw a $250 bowling ball on X pattern that doesn't match out, well, that's your fault, right? That's why those lower balls on the wall, your IQs, your game breakers, your Verge, your DV8 Verge, those middle $150, $160 balls are the best ball, because that's a Honda Civic, that's a Honda Accord, that's a little small truck, right? Those, it doesn't matter. We're in Colorado. It doesn't matter what season it is. Those are all perfect cars. But that vet is very seasonal, right?
Yep.
And the oil on the lanes is no different than the weather outside.
Oh, I thought he was going to chop that. Got to put it there. Mr. Diggs looked like he's closed 4 frames. That's a good start.
Yeah, actually, he looks like he's got the best start.
Yeah, everybody else is grinding.
Yeah, 2 opens per person except for Eckhoff here. He hasn't got through that many frames.
And he has the least amount of handicap out of the
yeah.
4 remaining players.
Yep. For me, I'd probably tell Eckhoff to wiggle 1 left with his feet, maybe 3 feet down lane with his eyes, because the last 2 shots have not looked good. That looks better, but just never caught. So I don't know if he moved 1 too many. This building specifically, especially on this end of the house, lane 1 hooks 2 more boards, and lane 2, 3 hooks 1 more board than lane 4. 5 and 6 are good. 7 and 8, maybe half. But once you get past like 13, 14, it becomes 13, 14, 15, 16 are a little bit of a headache. So we're not down on there. 5 and 6 is really good, but for the most part, 1, 2, 3, 4, odd numbers are going to have just a click more hook.
And why is that?
And I think this actually bodes true for most bowling centers, is that your odd lane is open to the left. And if 90% of your bowlers are right-handed and the lanes start breaking down, they want to move right, or they want to move left as fast as they can. They want to get the hell out. They want to hook it, right? I want to see the thing spin, which means they want to stand in the left gutter. Well, you can't stand in the left gutter on an even numbered lane. You can, but the ball return is there. So I always think that the even and numbered lane is just a click tighter, because it just hasn't had the ability, hasn't had the ability to open up via, big word here, I used this on one of the last podcasts I did, in big shows, topography, right? topography is a scary word for a bowler, but the yeah, if you look, so I don't know who's all listening, but if you look me up on the old interweb, find me on Facebook, I did do a big read. Whoa, my boy Nicky, Uncle Nicky, you okay?
Yeah.
He's over here pulling cords. He's drinking water. But anyway, I did a big write-up on topography. Jack and Coke, I drink alone. Well, with nobody else. So I did a big write-up on topography in that you could have two lanes oiled identical, and just the nature of the beast of bowling is that one lane's going to have more hook than the other lane. You know, you can blame the oil man all you want and who you bowled with, but sometimes it's just the topography of the lane, the built-in curvatures and hemispheres, whatever you want to call it.
But you know, 20, 30 years ago, nobody knew about that stuff.
No, well, 20, 30 years ago too, though, we weren't lofting gutter caps and playing the fourth arrow, right? We were all throwing our Columbia Boss and our urethanes and early resins, our Excaliburs. We're standing on the big dot and throwing at the second arrow, like.
And some of the surfaces still being wood.
Yeah, shit, most, right? I mean, yeah, we were still wood. We were still wood until the early 2000s. So these have only been down for about 15 years, maybe 12 to 15. But even then, I mean, the topography in the built-in into the wood back in the day was crazy, right? Because you could get a bunch of dudes and burn up that urethane, burn up even the old days, that lacquer. You could burn that right up and create a nice little. Well, I was talking to Jeremy earlier. How do you think the Grand Canyon was formed? Well, erosion from the Colorado River. How do you think a guy put the track in the lane? It's the same thing. You put 10 of us all standing on the big dot looking at the second arrow. We're going to put a canyon in that lane, whether it be the oil or the lane or the wood or any of that stuff, right? That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, and that was a big thing, you know, years and years and years ago, again with lacquer, because that's what I started on.
Yeah. Big spot.
I never saw a righty right at 10.
No.
Most of the righties were playing 15.
Yeah.
And they were tough. But once they burned that, and
correct,
you basically created, like you said, a depression,
trough.
A trough, and then Katie barred the door, and here we go.
Yeah.
You know.
That's when you put numbers up,
yep.
Especially with your old black 3 dot. I'm sure Uncle Nicky still has a black 3 dot sitting around.
No.
You got an AMF magic line with one of the balls with lines all around it?
Nope.
What kind of bowler are you?
I was never an AMF person.
Oh, you were a big B guy.
Actually, in the beginning, I was Columbian Hammer.
Oh, you were the old hammer dot. Oh,
yeah.
The nail. Oh, see, Jeremy's talking big time now. Black beauties and 5 stars and good Lord.
They were my grandfather's, but
that's okay. See? Well, all right, we're looking up. We're through 5. Diggs is still clean. Eckhoff needs to get his gas on the gas going here. Snowplow. Quick little 1-3. He had a couple splits there. That's not looking so good. But realistically, him and Miss Jackie are even 134, 134. So Eckhoff is lone man out. Yee, backdoor that 4. So, you know, he's got to get gassed right now.
I keep waiting for Rob to pull out something that has a little bit more finish.
Surface.
Yeah.
Surface. That's a pretty shiny ball.
He's trying to compensate for getting to the pocket with some life left in it with speed. He's trying to just ease through it.
He puts it down there 15-2, which is probably about 17-5 off his hand. But he's playing the lanes perfect. That's the way I'd still be playing him. But yeah, wrong surface ball. That's not going to get there. Oh,
see, ball speed,
hard and heavy. 15-3-4. That put him right back in this deal.
Yeah.
130, both on spares. Diggs 140 on a strike. Come on now. Jimenez told us that the snowplow was his pick to click here.
Yeah.
Where's the Pogey been? Pogey was sending me pictures of all kinds of desserts lately.
I know.
Son of a bitch.
He did that to me since Christmas. I go, dude, do you have a job?
I don't think so.
What are you? You like Betty Crocker's son, or what the hell's going on?
He likes his
the one picture
treats.
he sent me some brownies and stuff, and I don't want to tell you what I thought it was, but
weed. Weed.
No.
Take them. We don't need any peanuts in those. Just leave them plain.
Yeah.
Oh. Click to pick.
Who?
Pogey. He's going with Diggs.
Ooh.
Okay.
Pogey's look good.
He says I predict Mr. Diggs. Look, right there's a picture of
Of
cookies.
course, yeah.
Freaking
They're the cookies he lost, I think.
What else? Brownies, cheesecake, brownies, cheesecake. Dude, like Jeremy's sitting here just laughing.
It's the truth.
Just that's the truth.
He told you that up here. He said he's not doing a pick-to-click prediction.
Bull jive, Pogie. This was 3:59 timestamp. It was 15 minutes ago. It was right when these guys started, you liar. I mean, not that pick click is bad because he's got a double right now. He's probably leading this thing. But, you know. You know, we're also getting a golf lesson up here on the TV. That's kind of nice. It's golfing season. All right.
Some parts of the country.
In about 2 weeks, there's a big group of us all headed down to Texas for a little bit of whack F.
Oh, good.
Golfy golf. I haven't picked up a stick in months. I'm sure I'll be really good.
Yeah, at least you can go into the simulator and.
Yeah, I can go down to the simulator if I can find time.
Yeah, well.
That is the 4th split for the snowplow.
Uh-oh.
He's not breaking them down today.
No.
I'm going to say he is currently not there. Diggs, better hurry. Clean through 7. Clean through 8.
He's going to grind. Grind.
Okay, so let's see here. Pruitt can go max 185. Diggs already has that beat. That's now down to about 170. So Diggs has him.
What's Miss Jackie doing?
Miss Jackie's on a strike. She can go. I got a reflection there. She can go 170 scratch if she punches.
Wow.
She's got 50 pins.
Yeah, 220. Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, that ball's got to stand up.
And it did.
Good. That puts him right in the match now.
Three-bagger. Getting back
That's
in
big time. That's big time. Man, listen to all those birthday parties in the background. That's, you know, what is this place? Let me turn them over.
It's an entertainment center, Mr.
It's a bowling center.
Yeah.
Bowling. Oh, Pruitt.
Oh.
6 count. I don't think that much matters. He just took 4th place.
Yeah. Tied for 3rd.
You don't break it down like that? Scored it?
No.
No, that's some jive, monkey. That's jive. Okay. 170, yeah. So Jackie's already got that beat. She's still got a bowl. This is a big ball right here for Eck. That's got to go. That's big time. That is big time. That's 187. He's in that match. Big.
Well, he's in it, but he's still got a spot handicap on top of it. Yeah, that
That's
four
okay.
bagger got him right back in the match.
Yeah, because that's 180. I think the 187 is with his handicap.
Yeah, so they're right there.
So they're even. Miss Jackie goes 4 pin. So that's going to be a 20 pin there. She can get to about 2-0. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have Diggs and Eckhoff right here on the feature pair.
Uh-oh.
It's time to go.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, man. The only thing we've got to decide here is who's going to be starting and who's going to be finishing, right?
Yep.
Uh-oh, there's a split. Yeah, so Miss Jackie can go 203. Diggs has that beat, and
Realistically,
Eckhoff
Rob's
needs
got that
count.
beat.
Eckhoff just needs count to get around that. So, do they get practice on 5 and 6, or do we jump?
Since none of these bowlers have been on 5 and 6, I'm going to give them 2 balls on each lane.
2 balls per.
You know, like I said, I keep telling everybody, open play in the Denver
Good.
area
2-0.
is outstanding right now. Open play is tremendous everywhere I go.
Oh yeah, I
Great
mean,
sign.
I have bowling as a whole. I would think from open play standpoint is probably up via COVID.
Yeah, sure.
Since that occurred, right? I mean, last Sunday, because this is all but just picking up pins now. Last Sunday, we had a 2.5-hour waiting list, and people stayed. It was insane.
Wow.
They sat here, they ordered some food, the kids
Sure.
played, they brought in tablets like they already knew. Like, it just is what it is.
Yep.
But Sundays in general here are 250 day. So 250 games, 250 shoes, 10 a.m., 10 p.m. So it's just cheap bowling at that point. So what's an hour and a half of waiting?
No, you're right.
So, I mean, you bought some food, you're going to pay,
Yep.
you're going to bowl a game or 2 So you're talking about $5 to $7 per person is dirt cheap.
Sure.
You know,
Especially where some of our other places are like $40.
boy, what are you trying to say, Nick? Are you talking about corporate America? We've got a 220 in the
Yes.
wood for Sean Diggs with handicap. That's good.
That is good.
All right. I'd like to see Mr. Eckhoff roll a good ball here.
Sure.
Just one.
And he obviously has that capability.
Oh, hell yeah, he does.
All right. Let's Mr. Diggs end up with
226. That kid.
Will it be enough?
Well, it's enough to get to the show, but is
Okay,
it
good.
enough?
Is it enough to win?
Yes, yes. On a punch with handicap, Eckhoff can get to 240. 247 to be exact. Don't want to leave anything sit there. Snowplow. Ooh, that's left. Hold.
Ooh.
Nice, nice. Real nice.
So that looks like our two bowlers in the finals.
Yeah.
So Mr. Pruitt and
Hey, tell Eckhoff to throw something sanded right here to see what it looks like. Tell him to throw something sanded. I would. I'm going to tell him if he throws another strike right here, I'm telling him to throw something sanded. Just to see what it looks like. Uh-oh, that's left. Let's tell him.
pointed early. And there's Zach Meister hard at it, trying to get his homeboy coming home.
Okay. He's going to stick with this ball here and throw one of his practice shots on 5 and 6 with sandpaper.
Oh, there you go. Uh-oh. Will it sit? Ooh.
And that is why we tried throwing sandpaper, because that ball finished too hard. All right, we got the Sean Diggs Eckhoff showdown right in front of us.
I believe that's the case. We'll get the official word.
Oh boy.
But if that's the case, Jackie Jackson and Ralph Pruitt will go home tied for third. They'll make $468 each. The two that are left are vying for an ABT title and $1,770. And let's see, it is official. Mr. Eckhoff, Mr. Diggs, right in front of us, 5 and 6.
Showdown at the Oak Cake Corral.
Rob Eckhoff from Briggsdale, which is what, northeast of here?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, he bowls in Sweetheart. He's a Loveland guy. He's a northern Colorado kid.
And then Sean Diggs out of Aurora.
Heatherridge? Heatherridge?
No, actually, he bowls a Wheat Ridge a lot.
Wheat Ridge.
So it might be comes from work and goes right to
Yeah,
bowling.
yeah.
All right, so we'll be back in just a moment, folks. Our championship match will feature Rob Eckhoff looking for title number 1. Sean Diggs, I think he's looking for like 5 or 6, but Sean's been in the club for a long time. He's going to have a 29-pin advantage. That ought to be interesting, too. But we're here at Highland Park. Zach Enders, Jeremy Hansen. Jeremy, I don't know Hansen. Is that, I don't know.
He's on the controls right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing. He's on the 1s and 2s.
But in any event, folks, we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sorsa, Zach Enders, Jeremy the Man Hansen. We're here at Highland Park Lanes in Greeley, Colorado. This is our championship match in our Survivor Final format. We have a gentleman trying to win his first title. That's Rob Eckhoff out of Briggsdale, just north of here, and taking on Sean Diggs. Sean from Aurora, just east of Denver, and he's going for title number 4. Bogey, I saw these guys practice, and you have no shot. Okay, so they're gonna shake hands and rock and roll. I saw Rob peel the one board and just crush the rack, and I went, oh no.
Well, I had a talk with him. I had a talk with Rob. So, yeah, we'll let's see what this brings.
Have you discussed your percentage with him by any chance?
I haven't. No, at the end of that, I didn't get. I watched 0 balls of practice, so I don't know. He's still throwing the same thing he threw over on 5 and 6. So,
But he's got a.
oh, he's got a great look.
Yeah.
He's got a great look. I had just mentioned to him, I said, you know what? Just take a look at some surface on the edge, because his fill ball in the 10th over there, he steamrolls. The 8-pin just sat there, right?
Right.
So I was like, we better, let's take a look at something, just in case, just in case. So I know both these guys really, really well. I really don't. I mean, I'd like to see Eckhoff win just for his first one.
Right.
But I mean,
I always like to see somebody do it.
Yeah, and I want to dig on Diggs, but
I get it.
he's had a few titles, so All right, good drop. Snowplow would be proud.
Yes, he would.
That's not exactly the way you want to start.
Now, Ralph Pruitt is to Highland Park as to Sean Diggs was to Western Bowl.
Really?
When Sean
Had a
Diggs
key to the front
into
house?
Western Bowl, when he walked into Western Bowl, that grin was a mile away. And you know what? He never bowled league there.
He
But
didn't need to.
His game and that house matched. They matched up together, and he was tough. I think he actually cried when Western closed.
Well, I bet a lot of people did. I bet a lot of them did. All right. 8-1.
Not a big deal.
Nope.
And again, he's got 20, I believe 29.
He's got a
pin
turkey.
advantage.
He's got a turkey on him,
Yeah.
plus or minus at this point. Okay. Don't let that bother you. Shoo-wee. Hurry.
No, never get. Ooh, got lucky.
Okay.
Kick the
Okay.
10
8
out.
count. 8 count. 8 count.
Yep. So the Pogie's got Mr. Diggs,
Pogie's got Diggs.
and Ricky.
What's all the
had,
Japanese writing? Somebody talking to you in Japanese? Really? Can you break that down?
Could be the West Coast.
Could you tell us that in English? Maybe they're asking a question like, how old is Jeremy?
Old enough to know better and young enough to keep
Old
Not
enough.
bad. Not a good start for Mr. Diggs.
No, or even now.
or dumb enough to keep to it, whichever way.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe they said something really educational. How would you ever know?
If somebody knows how to take it and Google
Translate it?
real quick,
Yeah, just copy paste, stick it in the old Google file. So in one of, I'll let Eckhoff throw this rock here. Uh-oh, hit a twig. That's actually better.
Ooh.
It's actually better because he's out
That's the
there.
one. That's the one I saw him throw.
Yep. So in the same Colorado bowling information chat group thing that I did the topography write-up on, I have a couple floating videos that I've done in the pro shop about equipment and layouts and other such things. And one of them gained all kinds of traction over in the Japan, China, Asia, the whole area over there, to the point where this video has like 70 shares, and I bet a high percentage of them are from Asia,
Probably.
right? So, and because of that, I've had multiple Asian friend requests.
so one of them actually, so
Okay, he actually, there we got a Google Translator.
Try hitting it with the thumb line in the 10 o'clock direction at the thumb line level with the floor. Try pushing it all the way forward. So let's see what the first one says.
Okay. So there you go. He's translating our Asian here. And, you know, over there, they do a lot of, they have like, I believe it's called the Taiwanese spinner, which is a very interesting.
It's called the helicopter. Yeah.
It's Korean. Okay, so somebody's talking to us in Korean. Cool.
Ooh, good shot.
10 pin, 10 pin. So we got some Korean bowling watching out there. It's probably midnight there. Good Lord, somebody probably can't sleep. But they understand what I'm saying, so they must be super educated. Or they're using my voice as a translator, which would be really cool.
Wow.
I wonder if this Korean individual is still with us. In the current state, try hitting the side roll as if the top is spinning. There you go. So I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the way Diggs lets go of it. She, he, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Crazy, right? Internet's a crazy place. As always, we appreciate all of our viewers, whether they're Korean or American or domestic or international or wherever you're from. That's crazy.
But the thing is, you'd be surprised. Like before we went off the air the last time, we were being seen in 41 countries.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine that?
What's our head count today, Jeremy? What's the story?
25 viewers.
Okay, there you go. How many
Wow.
countries? He says about 5 counties. Okay.
With
Okay.
not a lot of population.
610.
That may include our own viewing sessions.
You know, I told the guys we had guys in Miami close the bowling center Sunday night, and they went to huge pro shop, and they get like 20, 25 guys in there, and shut the place down. But they would turn the TVs on or the computers on, and they would watch us and listen to us in their pro shop while we're telecasting.
That's
which I
awesome.
thought was hysterical.
Okay, good spare. We're about even right now. We're an even match. Those two opens really kind of set the
Yeah.
pace.
The only nice thing is it's in the beginning, so it's not as painful.
Come on, Uncle Nicky, don't lie to him.
Hey, an open's an open. An open's painful.
That's my point. Open isn't open. I don't care if it's first, second, fifth, ninth, 10th. I hate them.
The first frame than the 9th.
Right.
You know, I don't want to open at all. Screw that.
I don't want to open it all, but
He's got to look.
Yep.
He's got to look on the edge. Much like Uncle Nicky had today. Uncle Nicky was playing the edge real good to start the day, weren't you?
Wow.
When was the last time you picked up a ball?
I just now got back into it.
Good for you. Good.
Had my 2 eye operations. I'm ready to go. So I think I've been bowling 4 weeks.
Okay.
So not
He's
bad.
probably averaging 230. He probably bowls at a corporation house.
0 for 2, buckwheat.
Wow. Are you at 180?
Yeah.
No, see my point. Oh, that's a shovel.
Oh!
Is there a bonus for a 300?
Used to be years and years and years ago. Shot 300 in the finals. It was $10,000 or $15,000.
Now, a handshake and a Snickers bar.
Well, what you had to do is, you know, we had like 25, 30 branches back then. And what we did is we all bought an insurance policy. You know, because of all the, you know, every week and all this stuff. And they broke it down and they figured, well, it'll cost us X amount of dollars a week, but we
it's a
guaranteed
bonus.
it
It's pretty cool.
as long as it passed. Which no, we really didn't
He
have
did
a
the
problem
air
with that.
quote pass there, by the way. Like USBC is going to come knocking on the door. Excuse me, your lanes were not labeled.
Come on, yeah, there
Look
we
at
go.
this. Look at this. Back in the saddle.
No. See, we're not talking about USBC. We were talking about ABC way back when.
Yes.
no more jurisdiction.
Yes. That was back in the olden days before we had a universal governing body.
That was back when you better call the recorder and you better pull the telescore and make sure you get his equipment and box those pins for the inspector to come in as soon as he could. And the poor guy had shot the scores in the parking lot,
Hanging
with a
out.
six-pack, just dying, waiting to find out whether his score passed.
How many do you think they actually didn't pass?
Oh,
A lot?
Yeah.
Hit a rock. Hit a rock.
Well, and the thing that upset me, rules are rules, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. And as proprietors, we tried to get to the gray as much as we could. Barely legal, but it was legal, right? The problem is we couldn't get any of the lane inspectors to see the same thing. So if you and I walked in, you'd go, Nick, this is dead illegal, and I'd go, what are you talking about? It passes. That's where people got upset, and that's where a lot of people walked away from the game.
Yeah.
Which was a shame. But that's olden days. Now you get to throw games all over the place, and you get almost nothing.
Yeah. Let's be real careful.
Yes.
Your verbiage there had to be very special.
Yes.
Congratulations. Here's your piece of paper. Why? Because we have tarnished the number so badly that it doesn't mean what it used to.
No doubt. Nice shot. Front six, and Rob's looking like he's
so at this point,
driving the bus.
Driving it.
He just drove over.
I think the license plate read EKHOFF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. We obviously we have less bowling centers, we have less bowlers than we used to, and the scores are up. That is, a lot of it's out of our control.
Yeah, substantially.
But it's a shame. Come on! Oh, he's got to do it now. He's got to. Oh, it's a Zach Ender 7-bagger right there.
I think I just got thrown under the bus.
That was an interesting 2-4 fall.
I mean, come on now. With enough angle, anybody can shoot. You know what Pokey just sent me?
What?
Just freaking dinner. Looks like he's got a damn prime rib. Now you ruined it with some spinach.
That's a pork chop, some spinach, and some
Well,
mashed
I thought it was Alpo, and looks like a kidney. And
Okay. Jeremy says it's a pork chop. That's an awfully big pork chop, like half the plate.
That's a kidney. Right there, I'm telling you.
What are you ruining with the spinach for? There's a lot of good veggies. Don't ruin it with spinach. It does look awfully prime. No, it does look porky.
It looks a little light to be.
I don't know. But whatever this whipped potato thing is. Pokey, what are you eating?
Come on, buddy.
There were scores thrown
All
out
right.
because the inspector had to miss Gunsmoke. Oh, he did say it's prime rib.
It is prime rib. Mr. Jeremy pokes at his belly. Ho, 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 I know my meat. Well, guess what?
It looked very.
The dude that weighs 127 right next to you knows his meat, too.
And that's soaking wet.
127.
You want to claim that you know your meat that well?
I know my barbecues. My barbecued meats are.
Ooh, he pulled it badly. Maybe get lucky. 5-9.
Okay. This is kind of like just going through the motions.
Yeah.
This is what I did today. I went through the motions quite a bit today.
Yeah, I was laughing being off for that long, and then you start bowling again. Diaz had to get me fixed. My timing was jacked up. I was horrible. He got me lined up pretty good. You don't realize, well, I know it, but it's still surprising. Leg strength. Not being in shape. So 2 games, not bad. 3rd game, absolutely horrible.
You better start walking around the block.
Couldn't generate the foot speed, and got tired. But I'll get there.
You will. Start walking your dog. Do you have a cat, dog? What are you?
I have a raven.
Quote.
And nada. No.
Uh-oh. Hit a rock.
Hurry. Oh, yeah. 8-bagger.
Quote the Raven. What else do you have?
I don't have any pets. Other than we won't go there. No.
She's 30 feet away from you. Watch what you say.
No, she's actually the one. When we were
32.
when we were stuck in COVID land and everybody was boxed up and going to prison, You know, we just said, hey, let's get out in the morning and just start walking. And we were up to like 2-3 miles a day. It was pretty good.
All right, front 8 for Eckhoff.
Yeah.
Let's see what this one. The last lane here, he pulled this one. No, he missed this one. This was the 245. Big 4.
It's all right.
Good run, good run.
So I think it's safe to say that's his. Congratulations, Mr. Eckhoff. First title.
Front 8, yep.
First title. I mean, mathematically, I'm no wizard, but Diggs can't make 100 pins in 2 frames.
Still.
Mr. Eckhoff's wife.
Oh, Mama Michelle's on?
Mama Michelle.
Mama Michelle's on right now? What's up, girl?
Tell Mr. Eckhoff to bring pregnant Mama.
Yeah.
That prime rib.
Yeah, hey, Miss Michelle, I will tell him to grab you some corn dogs and fried mushrooms on the way out the door. How's that sound? Just give me a thumbs up. Wait, it has to be. Oh, that's Pogie. A porter from New York City. Pogie, it's like 7 o'clock in New York City.
Yeah, quarter seven.
Not calling you an old person, Pogie, but old people usually eat at like 5 o'clock.
Well, he
Should
should
be
already
prepping.
be at bed.
You prepping for bed there, Pogie? With a nice prime rib? Good Lord. That's what I like to do before I go to bed. Put a good 24 ounces of meat in my belly.
And about 3,000 calories and call it a night. There you go.
Yeah, 3,000 calories and then lay down. That sounds like a great idea. Boy, I'm sure I'll feel like a spry 43-year-old when I wake up in the morning. It's going to be awesome.
Especially when you went to sleep, you were like 33.
Yeah. Go to sleep, 33. Eat 24 ounces of prime rib, potatoes, and the green crap you shovel into your gullet. Now look, 43. You could have broccoli or like cauliflower. Good Lord, bud. Uh-oh. What'll suffice? That'll suffice. Okay. Mama Eck, I will let him know. Do you want me to order it now so it's nice and lukewarm by the time he gets home?
You'd have to get one of those thermal bags.
Yeah. I'll put it in a bowling ball box and I'll wrap it up in one of those bags.
Oh, that'll keep the heat.
I'm sure that'll smell like plasticizers when it gets home. That'll taste really great. Big ups Diggs, 146, 188 with handicap.
And he still takes home nice piece of change.
What's he taking home?
Yeah.
$800, $900 bucks?
$935.
$935 for quite the showing, my man.
Your green crab, that spinach sauteed in garlic and olive oil.
Spinach sauteed with garlic and olive oil. I don't, dude. Come on. You ain't Popeyeing us, buddy boy. You ain't tricking me. You are not tricking this kid. That is.
You got to remember, you're talking about a guy who lives in Staten Island. There is no grass. It's
Oh,
concrete
you're
and
right.
asphalt.
In the concrete jungle of New York, yes.
So
yes.
they don't know what broccoli is or anything like that.
Oh man.
You go to the corner store and you open a can up and you go for it.
Open a can. Oh Lord. No, I actually grow some of my own stuff out there. So,
We can't talk about that because they just legalized that in this state not too long ago.
No, we've legalized that for a while in the state of Colorado. They just legalized shrooms, though. So if you got some nice cow pies out in your backyard.
A little chemical additive,
Yeah, some cow pies out there. I'm sure you can go tripping.
All right, Phil Ball, and we're going to
250.
congratulate Rob Eckhoff for an excellent game shooting. 250, winning his first title.
Well done.
247. All right. Rob Eckhoff, first ABT title, $1,770.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Sean Diggs, second place, $935.
Where's the in-booth interview? What the hell's going on around here? What kind of chicken shit operation is this?
Ow. The pain. The pain.
Where's your cordless mic?
Rob Warner.
He's not going to hear me. I can text him, though. I'll text him right now. Hopefully he listens to this show later tonight. I'm going to text him and say, hey, he never does. Not even in editing. He doesn't care. He just fast forwards through the editing.
Well, Zach, again, it was a pleasure. Thanks.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Nick, for coming in. Jeremy, it's always a pleasure, bud.
Thank your
Big
staff
ups to
for doing another
Diggs.
great job.
Yeah, they only ruined one pair of shoes, and it was mine today. That's good.
Yeah, that's
good.
not going to go good on the old.
That's not going to go over on the on this quarter review.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was wrong with Nick and Oni's review? Well, Zach stepped in water game 2 and ruined his bowling. Again, you guys have a good rest of your week. Congrats to Mr. Robert Eckhoff. He's going to be bringing home some corn dogs and fried mushrooms for Mama.
Okay. All right. Give your better half our best, and we'll see you.
A couple weeks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks, fellas.
All right, guys. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Zach Enders, General Manager here at Highland Park. I'm Nick Lasorsa, Director of the Amateur Bowling Store Denver branch. Jeremy Hansen on the controls, Neo Prism Media, a Rob Warner industry. Jeremy almost threw up. But we want to thank you for watching. And again, next week we're at Crown Lanes in Denver. Have a great week. Be safe.